Okay, so this is the last one. Merhaba.
Hello, I'm. You know Turkish?
No.
No.
If you write them in English, especially on like a foreign number, they'll ignore you. They'll straight up freaking ignore you. Anyway, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta play the game here, you guys. It's serious. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be part 2 of my apartment hunting in Bodrum, Turkey vlog. In the last video, I tell you a little bit about Bodrum and why I chose to move there. So if you missed that, you can go ahead and check that out first by clicking the link below. And while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you do not miss a video. Alright, so enjoy part 2 of my moving to Turkey apartment hunting vlog. Oh my god, I was just awoken by a knock at my door. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like 9, so I'm actually thankful for that knock because I was out. The reception guy bought me a cup of coffee. Is it bad that I'm thinking, should I drink it? Here we go. Day 2. I really, really hope I find somewhere. I just got an email this morning. So it is from IST Depot. So that is Istanbul Airport. Not Sabiha Gökçen. Dear passenger, you can pick up your luggage from Istanbul Airport. That's it. Best regards. I requested it to be dropped at Sabiha Gökçen, which is the Asian side airport, because that's where I will be transiting from, or through, excuse me. Anyway, my luggage is here. Up and down, down, down. Do I look like I mean business? Okay. Everything but the shoes, I understand, but I have lost baggage, okay? I have an excuse. I want to look like, don't fuck with me because I'm American. I want a good price. I actually found my heels. Better. Definitely better. All right, let's go get an apartment. Good vibes. You're just a cutie. So I came back to this gem of a place for kahvaltı because I've been craving a Turkish breakfast. It's a ritual, you know, you gotta have a raki the first night and a Turkish breakfast the first day, okay? Well, this isn't the first day, but I overslept yesterday, so okay. This restaurant is literally a gem and I just don't understand how yesterday and today it is empty. I haven't been anywhere in this city, but I'm gonna say this is probably like the best place. So I'm leaving Turgutries. This is Turgutries right now. I stayed in the city center last night and it's not like... Teşekkür ederim. Got my chai. So this is supposed to be the center. I didn't really like it. I felt like it was dirty. It was congested, but still boring. Y'all, I'm just thinking maybe Bodrum's not my vibe. Like maybe it's strictly just a holiday destination unless I'm just not seeing the right places. The next few days I want to like do things as if I was, you know, on holiday and just see both sides, see all sides, and I don't know, talk to some locals, get to see some places, you know, because I'm not seeing the charm right now. I mean, obviously it's gorgeous. One of these islands is freaking Koş, Greece. You can just take a short ferry ride over. So I feel like that's a really cool aspect of living here. I'm going over today. I think it's called Boğaziçi. That's supposed to be like an old seaside fisherman town, and it's less frequented, so it's a little more low-key, which I love, but it's right by the sea, and they're supposed to have like just like the best fish restaurant, so I think I actually should try to go to a fish restaurant there. I just decided. It's fucking hot. You know you're becoming Turkish when you can drink your tea piping hot. Oh, my Miniman, I forgot. Teşekkür ederim. Always forget about the Miniman and it's like the best part. Happy girl. So I've decided to stop by Mumjula. It's kind of like a suburb, I guess, of Bodrum. And it's like kind of in the countryside. It's within like nature and it has a lake and everything like that. There's a lot of freaking new development going on. There's like hella buildings being built. I'm assuming this place is gonna become poppin' soon. This is kind of like the last resort because it is a little like out of the way of the center. There's not much here. It is closer to the airport than Bodrum Center, so that part I like about it. So this guy I've been communicating with, he actually lives in Antalya and his place is out here. He's not here to show me, so he said, you can stop by and get my mom. So I'm right here like picking up his mom. So I had to make a little stop at Turkcell here in Mumjlar because I stopped at the Turkcell in Tugutris earlier and I got a new SIM card, or I got more data, and it didn't work. So I had to freaking come in here and thank the Lordy they fixed it for me. And I met this beautiful gem named Özlem, and she's a realtor in Bodrum. So I was just like, oh my God, please help me, pretty much. She said she's gonna like look up some stuff for me and then contact me if she finds anything. So that's really great. I told her like, girl, I'm trying to move in tomorrow. So hopefully, inshallah, I can find something. I'm communicating right now with the lady that's in Tuzla, aka Boğaziçi. She's like, yeah, you can come see it, but just so you know, I'm not renting to singles or something like that. It was Google Translate, so it's not very clear. I've noticed that like in communication with the other people have been asking like, how many people are you? Are you just one? Like, are you with a family? Like, they asked that here and I don't really understand it. And he explained to me that they had problems with a single renter. I really like this place, so hopefully I like it in person, and then hopefully she wants to rent it to me. Cindy Addy. And the sun is coming through. Fill my lungs with sweetness. Now this is what the frick I'm talking about. Okay, views. Okay, Hilltop. Could this finally be a winner, you guys? Because this is a last minute listing that I just found at the wee hours this morning. So I realized that her hang up was that a lot of people say that they're one person, but then like when they sign and everything and move in, it's like 5-6 people living there. So that's the issue with the one person thing. I still don't really understand it. I think that, I guess there's an upcharge or something if there's more people. I'm excited to see this one. Getirdim. Tamam. Okay, so before you guys see my reaction to this listing, hear me out. This property is 3 levels, 2 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 1 bathroom, and has 3 large, beautiful balconies for only $548. I know what you're thinking, but the homes here in Boğaziçi, I didn't show it very closely, but they're very, let's say, antique. They're old, and there was just that, you know, like antique finish, I suppose, on the building, and I didn't really like that, so that's why. But oh my God, these balconies are to die. Well, that was another disappointment. So sad. It's heartbreaking. And I won't settle. I just won't. I want to settle, but I won't settle. I'm gonna go like get something good to eat and kind of just try to enjoy Bodrum because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here. I think that I was a little jumping the gunny on this one a little bit because I don't know. Well, I guess you just have to see like how things are in person. Anyway, gotta get some food before it gets dark and find another hotel. God, how cute. Hello. Hello. I literally love people here, by the way. They're so freaking nice. How far is that, oh, that's,
Shrimps.
yeah, little. Everything little.
It's spicy cheese.
Oh, right, yes, I want that one, spicy cheese. Thank you very much. I'm very much loving life right now. Her şey hayikada. Çok güzel. Before I fuck it up, you know? You know how that goes. Totally cute. Might have to stay here a few nights. Get their own restaurant and everything. Love a room with wine glasses. Huge shower. Oh my gosh, we love it. I'm really starting to understand how people always say that, like, people here, they really embellish the photos on the website Sarah Benton, and when you get there, it's totally different. Yesterday, they photoshopped the shit out of those photos. The views were lit. That was the only thing on point, but then the inside kind of looked, no, it wasn't for me. I'm gonna go see 4 places today. I'm thinking maybe I have to go like a little past my budget.
Excuse me, I know you, sorry.
It's okay. Very quiet.
Got him.
Beautiful. Mine? Me?
İptal. Yukarısı.
Alright. And extra room.
Evet.
Shower is really nice. Okay, yeah, it's very small. So, I just kind of went MIA yesterday. Well, I met someone at like a Tekel shop and he helped me out so much. He showed me this place at this like local spot near the sea that he said only Turkish locals really live and expats don't live there and they don't know about it. They probably know about it, but like it's off the beaten path, which is I'm like, so me. And the place was kind of perfect. And so now today is my last day. It's my last chance to do this. I gave myself 4 days. Good news though, I like messaged Turkish Airlines and they put my bag on a flight from Istanbul to Bodrum. So I'm gonna be able to get my bag in Bodrum and not have to fly to Istanbul. Today is decision day and this is like the hard part. We'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know what happens, but I am exhausted. Like I've been going from the start of the day to the finish of the day, given up doing it myself. I didn't find anything from the owners. So I enlisted a couple of real estate agents. So I will have to pay that commission, which I was trying to avoid in the first place. But Bayram is in like 3-4 days. So it's crunch time. Hopefully I get moved in tomorrow, if not tonight. Oh my God, can you imagine? Okay, so here's the tea on agency fees in Turkey. If you're renting a home, the tenant is responsible for the deposit, agency commission, and in some cases, taxes. The amount may depend on the value or length of your contract, but because of these extra fees, most locals especially try to avoid hiring agents and instead rent directly from the owners on Sağbenden. So far, I've noticed the common commission here is equal to 1 month's rent plus 18% value-added tax. Very small, but yeah, I don't even know if I'll be able to move around. So pretty much I feel like the decision is just getting a little more complicated. So I'm just trying to breathe and not freak out. I saw a house yesterday that I like really loved, and it checked off most of my boxes, but the one thing is that it's a little off the beaten path, right? I love it for that, but I did like tell myself I want to be more center and I want to have more community in my life. Bouncing all around is really, really hard to tend to relationships and friendships, and I'm like, do I want to go back to, you know, what I'm used to? Because normally I would love that. I always go and like hide in the woods or something like that. I need to tell them today because it's a really great place and I know it's going to be snatched up ASAP if it hasn't. I'm like, I've been anxious all day and like praying that it hasn't. I have to do my due diligence and do one last run of places that are central so I can get just a good decision. Torba would be the central place of Bodrum that I would want. It's really quiet, it feels modern. There's a lot of like new developments and villas and things like that. It's very close and walkable to the sea. This is one of the few properties that I visited that had its own amenities such as sauna, full gym, infinity pool, and it even had its own on-site market. That's an amazing value for the price. Some units even had personal pools. So since I was just visiting one apartment that was by the airport, I decided to just stop by here and get my luggage before I go because I don't have an appointment at the next place until 3 and I have about an hour. So I'm really, really praying all my things are there and that my luggage is intact. Wish me luck. Am I like here just so wrapped up in my phone and I was just like looking down and texting. I'm like telling this lady like, I need my bag, and she's like, right here. I'm like, oh my God, yes, I found it. Yay. It looks good. Yay! I got it. It looks safe and sound. Haven't really checked it yet, but I'm like really pleased with the service of Turkish Airlines. Like they've let me down so many times, but I was able to just go right in there and get this. They sent me one email and was like, hey, it's in Istanbul. And I'm like, okay, can you send it to Bodrum? And they're just like, yeah, it'll be on the next flight. Okay, you get 1 point, Turkish Airlines. I love you for this. So I just got to Gölcükbük. God damn it. Like my Turkish is getting worse. I'm waiting on my realtor. This is the second realtor of the day that's late. These realtors out here, man. Like I'm paying you commission for what? Okay, so this is the last one. Merhaba.
Hello, I'm you know Turkish?
No, pretty much. I've learned when I first got here in Turkey, and I was like looking for apartments back then when I miserably failed. One of the things though you learn quickly is that you have to do Google Translate because a lot of them do not speak English. And the thing is, if you write them in English, especially on like a foreign number, they'll ignore you. They'll straight up freaking ignore you. So that was lesson 1. After I was like, literally my first month, I was just not getting responses. And I'm just like, hi, I need a place. Oh, you guys, I wish I could show you this process, but it's just hours just transferring. Like I gotta go to the Google Translate app, then put that in, and then like they respond, and then I have to put that in the Google Translate and then go back and then like respond. It's a whole to do. And then they all call you millions of times because they want to see your face. They want to talk to you, hear your voice. They want to, you know, they're very selective here. Like everything's what do you call it? I can't think of the word, but anyway, and then they send you the address that's like not actually the address, it's the address near the address, and then when you get there they're like, okay, go to this address. It's just a whole to-do. You do not know what I've been through. That's why these past 4 days have felt like literally a month. So I kind of like come clean when I get here if they already don't notice, because a lot of them, they can tell that you are foreign because the Google Translate is really horrible from Turkish to English. So I just messaged him when I got here and I'm like, I'm here. But anyway, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta play the game here, you guys.
Falan Türkiye'deki her yerde.
I drove across Bodrum probably 5 times. I'm gonna get settled down and make my decision, and tomorrow I will be a lesser of 1 year in Turkey, of all places. Who would ever thought?